can I finish? Because Quran forbids drugs, alcohol, fornication,
Not true. Not true.
adultery.
Not true.
If it
Not
forbids all of these things.
not true. Not true. All of this is false. Do your prophet allow you to do mutah?
Yes, that was allowed mutah, but that was during the wartime when
Okay.
they were fight.
What is
Yeah,
mutah? Isn't it
that was
mutah prostitution?
no, it's not
So
prostitution.
what it is?
You give like it's like a contract marriage for
No.
a period of time.
How long? How long?
It can be as long as 1 minute or 1 day or
Okay.
1 year.
So guys, it can be as 1 minute or no, not 1 year. This is short. It have to be not more than a few days. So 1 minute, you just said 1 minute. So you give a woman money in return for her to sleep with you, correct? That's why it's called mutah. It's sexual mutah.
Yeah.
Okay. So how this is not prostitution? Because this is what prostitution is about. You pay a woman. It's a contract. You pay her in return. She take off her panty. You sleep with her.
Yeah.
1
Okay.
minute.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong? What?
But you
Is it
just
better
said
to
to
do?
me Islam
Okay.
but you just said to me Islam forbid fornication, adultery, but
Yeah.
Islam allow
Yeah.
fornication. Okay, what
Yeah.
about
Okay. Can I finish? Can I finish? But this is halal. This is not zina.
okay, but you just made legalize the fornication. You are a fornicator, or what you did, you just changed the name of prostitution.
Yeah, but it's from God. It's halal. It's not
How it's
zina. You're not
halal?
committing.
How
It's
you
not
say
committing sin.
you say to me that in Islam fornication and adultery is forbidden, and now you are saying to me Allah allow me to do fornication and rent women to have sex with. So how you forbid it, but you make it legal?
Is having sex with your wife, is that a
She is not a
fornication?
wife. You know, it says here. You just told me 1 minute. Is it you who said the word 1 minute? Did you
I
say?
said,
Did you say
I,
one? It can would be 1 minute. It can be a day. It can be a year. You said
yeah,
that, right? Okay,
yeah.
okay. But it says temporarily. And muta,
Yeah,
the
it's
word muta.
temporary.
What muta mean? Muta means sexual pleasure, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So the purpose of this relationship is sex.
Why not?
Okay. So the purpose of the relationship is sex, not because you're in love or you want to have a family, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. That is prostitution. Prostitution, you don't want to, you don't care for this woman. You don't want to have a wife. You don't want to have kids from her. You just want to sleep with her. So what do? You tell her how much you charge me. She agree. You say to her for how long. You say I will stay with you for like an hour or half hour. And, you pay her and bingo, we are done. So you Muslims, you legalize prostitution and you call it marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Secondly, is it true that you can work as a pimp in Islam?
Like as a pimp, like what do you mean?
As a pimp, you know what pimp means. You speak English better than me.
No, that is not true. Because
Go-
if that was true, you'll be seeing it everywhere in Muslim countries,
You
but
see
you
it.
don't see any.
You see it
No, you
everywhere.
don't. You don't
No,
see it.
you see it everywhere. Just go to Turkey, go to Egypt, go to all countries, Muslim countries. You see it everywhere. But look at this. This is in the Quran. Is the Quran better than the countries of Muslims? Here we go. Chapter 24, verse number 33. It says, "Force not your slave girls," because now you Muslims, you don't have slave girls no more, most of you. So force not your slave girls into prostitution if they desire chastity, which means if they don't desire chastity, if they agree, it's okay. If you force them, still it's okay. And if you force them, Allah is merciful. There's no punishment for you or for them. Chapter 24, verse number 33. You can be working as a pimp in Islam. It's in front of you.
Give me 1 second. What verse is this?
Chapter 24, verse number 33.
Chapter 24,
ولا
verse.
تكرهوا فتياتكم على البغاء إن أردنا تحصنا. Don't force them to do prostitution if they choose chastity. But if they agree not to be chaste, they like to be hookers, fine, it's fine, very fine. And even if you force them, Allah is all merciful.
But these are only slaves.
So you can work as a pimp in Islam, and the one you are now is actually more evil. Now you are abusing girls, you kidnap them from their family, you make them sex slave literally, and you force them to prostitution. And you're God now, because the women, the Muslim women, they start complaining. The husband, they don't sleep with them, and everybody have tons of women, and he is making a business. So now Muhammad make it legal to have pimp business. And now you are saying to me, oh, because they are slaves, so we can work as a pimp. So you can be a pimp, and you agreed with me.
I don't agree with you, but I just gotta check the tafsir and commentary and
No problem.
look
You
up
can
on.
check the tafsir. It's in front of you. You speak Arabic. Why Muslims they cannot understand the Quran in Arabic, and they need tafsir? If the Quran says we made it in a clear details, that's why we made it in Arabic. Why we make it in
It's not,
Arabic? To make it in order to make it clear. Look like it's still not clear for Muslims. So
no,
Allah,
it's
He failed to make His Arabic clear to you, and this is additional proof that the Quran can't be from God, because you just said I need to read the interpretation. Why? Because the Quran in Arabic is not clear for you, and you are an Arab.
no. That's because one Arabic word can have different meanings,
It doesn't
multiple
matter.
meanings.
Still, you actually you make it more horrible. So your God is using wrong language, wrong word, because there is many meaning, and now he's confusing us more. So why in the Quran he says we made it in Arabic language, so it make it clear. So obviously the Arabic language does not make it clear. It make it more confusing. Correct?
Give me one more. I'm still I'm reading the verse, trying to understand it.
No problem. The Quran, chapter 12, verse number 2, it says, verily we have sent you down in Arabic, Quran, in order that you may understand. And obviously you may understand not, even though you are an Arab and you speak Arabic very well, but still you have no idea what the Quran is saying, and you are getting confused. So Allah is a very bad person in Arabic. His Arabic is like a Pakistani guy. He went to Saudi Arabia and he learned to say two words like Sadiq. And Allah now is using the word Sadiq. Yeah, that's what happened. I like it when Muslims laugh, you know. Oh, we can show you
Give me.
tafsir in the screen if you want.
No, I'm trying to read the previous verses.
No problem.
Maybe you're trying to get stuff out of context because you do that all the time.
I never do, because simply this is even your Islamic scholars agree with that.
Another, I think maybe because um is Allah is allowing pink because they're poor,
Ah,
so they need
so
money to survive.
my friend, you see, don't be offended now. I'm just being like sarcastic. You are the smartest person ever in the world who called me. So I am poor, but I have tons of slaves. That makes sense. Look like only poor people they own slaves. Rich people don't have slaves. I mean, come on, only poor people. They are poor, but they have tons of slaves, and they are beautiful girls. You see how poor they are? Well, a poor person, he can't even feed himself. So how he owns slaves? How you are poor, yet you own a human being, not cows. It's not a cow. It's not a donkey. You own humans. So how poor you are, yet you own many maids, slaves.
Yeah, but it's not actually pimp. They're not actually prostitute. They get arranged marriage.
What arranged marriage? It says al-bagha. You speak Arabic. Suddenly now you don't know Arabic. Does it say al-bagha? What al-bagha mean? Even your Muslim translation says, force not your maids into prostitution. Ahmad, come on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
It's true. Okay, thank you very much. So Islam allow you to work as a pimp, but for sure you are a nice person, you're a good man. You will not do that. Correct, Ahmad?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are better than Allah.
Yep, that's true. But okay, let me tell you one
Okay,
thing
hold on.
though.
Okay, did you just say that's true? So you agreed that Allah is a bad person. You just said you are better than Allah.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you gotta look into the tafsir because this could be
My friend, we
a
can look at the
verse
tafsir,
that
no
was.
problem. You know, you speak Arabic, it is no tafsir. I mean, it's easy. Look at the tafsir, open Ibn Kathir and read it. It's the same. And you know, and you agreed This is about a verse so clear. If you force them, Allah is all merciful. There's no penalty in Islam for prostitution. There's no penalty, not a single time. You can use your slaves as you wish. And you are the one who said to me right away, oh yeah, because they are slaves. So we can use them and abuse them. And here, because the Muslim women, they
Yeah,
start.
but only for sex.
Yes, or for sex, but this is what prostitution is about. Those women, they are not going to teach in school. They are just opening their legs. What do you mean only for sex? So, supposedly this is better now? This is their job. Their job is only for sex. Thank you very much. So your God himself is a pimp, because the one who allow you to be a pimp, he must be a pimp.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with God is a pimp? You agree that your God is a pimp, and you are saying what's wrong with that?
I'm saying God is trying to satisfy our desire. What's wrong with that?
Well, thank you very much. So you see, why you said to me, I said to you, what is the proof that Islam is from God? You said to me, Islam forbid every bad things. I said, like what? You said, like adultery, fornication, etc. But now you agreed that your God, Allah, He care for satisfying our sexual needs by promoting prostitution and opening a pimp house and making temporarily sex contracts. So your prophet and your God, they are from the red flags family. They have red flag. The Arab in the old days, in the time of Muhammad, they used to have red flag. If the woman she is prostitute, she have a red flag in the top of her house, so the customers will know. So your God, Allah Himself, His house have a red flag.
Incorrect, man. That's incorrect.
Okay, that's correct. So why you don't leave Islam, Ahmad? You accept yourself. I mean, I'm sure you are a person of honor. You don't accept such a thing. Do you accept yourself that, with my respect to your family, that your family, any member of your family, I'm not trying to insult, please careful. I'm not trying to insult. Do you accept any of member of your family, your father, your brother, your sister, your mother, your sister, they do any of this practice?
No, of course not.
So why you don't leave Islam, my friend?
Yeah, but these are not happening to Muslim women. These are happening to slaves, Christians, and Jews.
But doesn't change anything. That's mean you are a rapist. That's mean you are a pimp at the end of the day. And not only that, who said that the slaves are not necessarily Muslims? Because many of them, they convert to Islam. Isn't it Bilal was a slave too?
Bilal, yeah, he was a slave.
Okay, so Muslims own Muslim slaves. So there's the slaves who they are Muslims. So are you saying now to me that if I kidnap a Muslim woman and I force him into slavery to be sex slave, is okay just because she is not Christian? Is that your ethic?
No.
But this is what you said to me. You said to me, just because they are not Muslims, so we can rape them, we can make them sex slaves, we can force them to prostitution. You just agreed on that.
I'm saying maybe this verse was revealed at that time.
For sure, it revealed at that time, Ahmad. Come on, my friend.
Only at that time.
My
it's
friend,
not meant for today.
Everything revealed at that time, and you Muslims, you claim that the Quran fit for all times.
No, it doesn't. Because mutah doesn't. Mutah was only practiced during the Prophet's lifetime. It's
no,
not
I can
anymore.
show you hadith where Muhammad he practiced it during his life, and then Umar practiced it after his death, and all the caliphate they practice it.
If that was the case, then how come the scholars and sheikh have forbidden mutah?
Because they say that the Prophet he allowed, he forbid it, he allowed it, he forbid it, he allowed it, he forbid it. But this is in the hadith, and the hadith is how you Muslims you take a hadith against the Quran. Which one is your God? Is it hadith book or the book of God, which is supposed to be the Quran? Which one you follow? There's no verse in the Quran says don't do mutah, correct? The chapter of the mutah in the Quran is chapter 4, verse number 24.
Yeah, I know. But when that verse was revealed, it was during a certain specific time.
No problem. Did Allah reveal a verse against it? Did Allah reveal a verse says don't do mutah no more?
No.
Okay, did Allah forget or forgot?
No.
So it's not
But,
God. You see,
yeah, but
this God is not God, my friend.
that's when the prophet forbid it.
This God is not God, because if the one who will fix Allah mistakes is Muhammad, that means your God is Muhammad, not Allah. And the Quran says that, you know, the one who take beside Allah lords, he is a mushrik.
No, that's not correct. That's not true.
Who is your Lord, Allah or Muhammad?
Look, whatever the prophet says
Yeah.
comes from God. So
Show me.
whatever
Okay.
he says,
Thank you very much. Okay, hold
whatever
on.
comes from his mouth
Okay, wonderful.
is the
Wonderful.
word of God.
Show me where it says that whatever comes from the mouth of Muhammad is the word of Allah. Because if it's a word of Allah, it have to be Quran. What comes from the mouth of Muhammad is the Quran as the word of Allah. Even Muhammad himself, and you are a Muslim Sunni, he said, anything else beside the Quran, erase it. Is that correct?
Anything besides the Quran, erase it.
Erase it, yeah, which means the hadith. Muhammad, he don't want you to write the hadith. Read carefully. This is the hadith in front of us on the screen. It says, don't take down anything from me, and he who took down anything from me except the Quran, he should efface. Do you see it? Efface that. So you Muslims should not follow the Quran, the hadith. You should follow. You should not. You focus on the Quran. Muhammad, you don't want anything to be written except the Quran, based on this hadith. Based on this hadith, but Islam cannot be exist without the hadith. So Muslim, they have to follow, because there's contradiction. And the Quran says you have to obey Allah and the Messenger. And the hadith, different verse says, the one who obeyed the Messenger,
I
he obey
got you
Allah.
busted. I got you busted.
How?
There is no harm in it.
No harm in what?
In writing down on what he's saying, narrating what the prophet is saying.
Where it says no harm, what does that mean? Harm, no harm in it. Where is this says?
Look at that. Look, do not take down anything from me, and he who took down anything from me except the Quran,
yeah,
he should efface that and narrate from me, for there is no harm in it.
Yeah. No, it says, this is, you see, you're just you're reading the English. No harm in it. It says wala haraja. Don't be wala haraj. You see the word haraj, you speak Arabic. Wala haraj, which means there's no problem. Don't worry about erasing. There's no harm. Nobody will harm you. I'm giving the order. So wala haraj. وَمَنْ كَذِبَ عَلَيْهِ, you know, the one who would lie about what I say, let him sit in a chair of fire, which means in hell time. So there's no harm in you, which means God will not punish you. That's all. How you got me busted, my friend? You got yourself busted.
Can you just go down and see if the hadith is
well, this is Sahih
authentic?
Muslim. This is Sahih Muslim.
But how can I be sure it's Sahih Muslim?
It says there in front of you. It says Sahih Muslim. Hadith number 3004.
Hadith number
3004. If you want to read it from right to left, it's 4003.
Sorry, can you say the hadith number
3004?
All right.
Sahih Muslim. Sahih Muslim.
Give me 1 moment.
And my friend, I'm showing you. This is sunnah.com. This is your Muslim Sunni website. Sunnah.com. Do you see it? Sunnah.com. So don't worry about it. I mean, you see, it's recorded. People will laugh at me if I'm lying. You yourself, you will laugh. You will spit at me if I'm lying. You know, I mean, come on. This is your Muslim website. This is your translation.
Give me 1 moment. That's all right. I'll get you busted.
Oh, still you insist? Until now, we are 10-0. I got you busted about mutah, fornication, adultery, and prostitution. And now we will go here. You know, you are saying that you follow your prophet, you don't follow Allah, because the prophet is, whatever he speak for Allah.
Listen, if Islam is not the truth, then why is there a mass conversion? Like, for example, look at the example of Andrew Tate. He was a billionaire with a lot of girls.
He's a pimp. He heard me saying what we heard, what we said today, that you can be a Muslim pimp. In Christianity, he will go to hell. In Islam, he is a good guy. So he like it because he's a pimp. That's why it's attractive. You know, this guy is a pimp. What do you expect? This guy the clothes he is wearing, the jacket he's wearing, the pant he's wearing, the shoes he's wearing, the socks he's wearing, the watch he's wearing, and the phone he's holding is from the sweat of the vagina. I mean, how aren't you ashamed, Ahmad, to be proud about such a person? Honestly, he's a pimp. Do you
He's
know
not a
that?
bad
Do you know?
person.
Do you know that this guy, he said the F word to the Quran? He said the F
Who
Quran, the F book. We don't follow the
said
F in book. Go watch the video.
who said that? Andrew Tate?
Him, yeah.
Yeah, but that was before he converted.
No. This
He
is
was
when
an
he no.
atheist back
He's
then.
speaking about how amazing the Islam. He's a Muslim. The F in word. Okay, so this is what he is. He liked the Quran because he's saying to the Muslims, because you are not following the F in book. You are not following the F Allah. You are not following the F in Prophet. He is rebuking the Muslims. So this is your teacher. This is your master now. But anyway, he is like Muhammad. Muhammad was a pimp too.
How was he a pimp?
Well, no.
When,
Okay, hold on.
when,
You agree? Okay, who is the one who allow you to have sex slave to work as a pimp? You're a prophet, so he must be a pimp too. Where you got your license from? You see, every business, like as an example, there is an organization, or let us say a place, an office where you got your license to work as a teacher, correct? There's a place where you got your license to work as an engineer. So who is the one who gave you the license to be a pimp? Muhammad. In order to be in a specialty of pimping business, he have to be a pimp too. And as long he agree with it, that's mean he is against our God, but he is agreeing with your God, because you have a God who is a pimp. Isn't it your God? He gave you a promise of a lot of women to have sex with them in heaven.
yeah, what's wrong with that?
That's a pimp too. That's a pimp. What is pimp? Pimp is someone, he promised a one man, come to my house. I have a pimp house.
Okay.
You and many
Okay.
women.
Can I say something?
Say something. Go ahead.
At least our heaven is not boring. Your heaven, all you do for eternity is just sing songs.
All right. Okay. Well, let us go. Okay. Let us see how boring it is. Your prophet, he promised you that your penis will be endless.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Okay, let's see how boring it is now, and how fun. So your wife is next to you and your penis is going to the 7 galaxies. Who is the one now is suffering?
Galaxies.
You are the one who said that. So how stupid is this statement, Ahmad? I'm not trying to insult you, but you see, my heaven is boring. We are singing. So we are singing, laughing at you. You have a penis. You are chasing your penis. Now you want to have sex, but you cannot catch it because it's keep growing, keep growing, keep growing. So Ahmad in Iraq and his penis now in Brazil, going to Argentina, and then go in the sea and go on the Amazon River. And those little fish, they start chewing in it and biting it, and the ants and the mosquitoes. So what kind of religion this religion is? I mean, what kind of a prophet? He promised you endless penis, and you are saying to me, what's wrong with that?
The prophet didn't promise us endless penis. He promised us in Jannah we can have anything we want, anything with desire.
My friend, what if I show you the reference that your prophet, he promised you endless penis?
But it's a weak hadith, because how can that even work? Endless penis.
Okay, how it can work? How it's weak hadith? I mean, okay, what is weak hadith?
Weak hadith. It's just like it's not an authentic one. It's not. It's like.
So you are saying
gibberish.
to me that we Muslims, we lie about what Prophet said.
Of course, because there's a lot of enemies of Islam.
But you are
For
saying,
example,
but who is the one who wrote it? The Muslims.
Not all Muslims are Muslims. Some of them are disguised as Jews.
Not all Muslims are Muslims. All right, but those are the
Some
scholars.
are disguised as Jews.
But those are the scholars.
You know, I'm happy
What do you mean
that
no? What do you mean no? Who is the one who wrote those hadith? The scholars.
Okay, okay. Let's read the hadith. Pull it up.
All right, give me a second.
But I'm happy, at least in our heaven, we can have anything with desire. But in your heaven, all you do is sing songs for eternity. Don't you get bored singing songs?
Well, no, we will not be. Who said we will be singing songs? Where do you get this from? We are going to be living with the glory of the Lord, and His glory cannot be compared. Who is the one who gave us all the joy in our life? Who is the one? You said songs, right? Who is the one who gave you the joy of music? God. Who is the one who gave you the joy of food? God. All the joy you have is from God. So you are saying that God who gave us all joys, he cannot give us better joy than prostitution and sex
But
and
it's not sex. It's sex with houris. Sex with.
it's sex. It's sex. What sex with Hori? It's sex. It's
Yeah,
sex.
what's wrong with that?
Yeah. So what do you mean? What's wrong? You keep saying to me, what's wrong with that?
You're in heaven. You can do whatever you like. There is no sin in heaven.
Did you call me before?
What's that?
Did you call me before?
No.
Because this is the same statement I heard from a Muslim before, saying exactly the same thing, that there is no sin in heaven.
Yeah, because you can't sin in heaven. Everyone's sinless.
Exactly. No,
That's
no,
fact.
no. You said there is no sin in heaven. What? So in heaven you can have sex with your mother. You can have
No,
sex with
you
your
can't.
sister.
No, you can't
Why?
because like for example
Okay. What is your sect?
you can't you can't do
Ahmad,
you,
Ahmad,
you can't do evil work. You can't do evil things
Ahmad.
like for example
What
you
is your sect? What is your sect?
Hanbali. I'm
Hanbali.
Sunni.
Hanbali. Okay. What if I show you that if a person, a Muslim person, he had sex with his mother or even his daughter, especially the daughter from adultery, it's okay. Not in heaven, here in earth.
Can you block the chat because they're being really disrespectful about the prophet?
Don't look, we don't, Ahmad, here we don't respect your prophet. Nobody respected.
What? Yeah, nobody respects it,
Don't look
but
at the
over
chat.
over, over
Don't
2
look at,
million people respect him and follow him.
don't look at the chat. You don't respect us too. You make fun of us. You are calling me names.
How?
You call me names. You
Have
just
I?
made fun of
When,
me. You said, your heaven is boring, etc. Blah 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 blah. So I did not complain. So you're calling Christian Prince. I don't respect your prophet. Your prophet is a pervert. This is what I'm. The whole conversation is about your prophet being a pimp, and now you get upset, and you agreed.